A 16-year-old girl vanished after a simple babysitting job, and for 9 years, no one knew where she went. The beloved coach she trusted had turned his garage into a silent crime scene and a school trophy into her grave. But a janitor's accidental drop cracked open the truth, revealing a tooth, a secret, and a trail of horror. Just wait until you hear how this story unraveled, and why justice didn't just catch up, it crushed him. Megan had always followed the rules. Curfew by 9, no boys in the house, never cut through the park after dark. That night was no different. She texted her mom a smiley face at 8:54, packed the twins' puzzles into a tote bag, and tidied up the living room while cartoons buzzed on low. Coach Ridley had been quiet upstairs, said he had grading to do. His wife was still out of town. Megan didn't ask where. At 9 sharp, she told the twins it was bedtime. They whined, begged for 10 more minutes. She let them brush teeth longer to stall. At 9:17, she turned off the lights. That's when Ridley came down. He stood at the base of the stairs, eyes heavy, mouth tight. All good? Yeah, they're down. She zipped her hoodie. He watched her too long. You're a great kid, Megan. She forced a smile. Thanks, Coach. I should get going. Hold on. Got your payment in the garage. Left my wallet in the toolbox. She hesitated. Oh, no problem. The garage door groaned as he opened it. Smelled like glue and burnt plastic. Tools lined the walls. Trophies gleamed on a dusty shelf. He walked in, flicked on a single bulb. It's just in the back, by the bench. She stepped inside. Cold air wrapped her legs. I didn't know you made trophies. He didn't answer, just kept walking. She followed. That's when she heard the click. The door locked behind her. She turned. Coach? I just need a minute. Sit. I really need to go. My mom... I said sit. His voice cracked like a snapped wire. She backed away, heart pounding. What's going on? You were in my house. You saw things. I don't know what you mean. He moved closer. I saw your notebook. You wrote it down. She shook her head. I didn't. I swear. You drew the twins. You sketched the shelf. You noticed the base. You're not stupid, Megan. He yanked open a drawer, pulled out something shiny, a trophy base, unfinished. This isn't about you. It's about respect. She reached for her phone. He slapped it from her hand. It clattered under the bench. She screamed. He grabbed her arm. Stop it. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, but you won't let this go. She struggled, kicked. Let me out. He slipped, caught his arm on a jagged clamp. Blood poured fast. He roared, let go. She lunged, grabbed the first thing she saw, a dental pick from a shelf of polishing tools. She jabbed it forward. It nicked his cheek. He howled. You ruined it! She ran, slammed the door. It didn't budge, bolted from the outside. He was behind her, breathing hard, holding the trophy base like a weapon. This wasn't supposed to happen. She screamed again. He tackled her. The base slammed into her face. Something cracked. Blood hit the epoxy on the workbench. Then silence. Just his breath. And the trophy. He stared at it. Her tooth. Bloodied. Embedded in wet resin. Still warm. He sat down. Stared for a long time. Then he finished the pour. 9 years later, that trophy cracked. And the tooth told the truth. So what else is buried under victory? Ridley sat in the interrogation room like the air had been sucked out of it. Fluorescent lights buzzed above. No clock. No water. Just silence and sweat. His knuckles were white from gripping the metal chair. Detective Brenner stepped in, dropped a manila folder. You said she left at 9:30. She did. I told you. You called in sick the next day. I wasn't feeling well. Brenner opened the folder, pulled out photos, the cracked trophy base, the tooth, the blood-stained epoxy. This your work? Ridley looked away. I didn't build that one. I helped design the first batch, but Brenner cut him off. You bought epoxy at 10:17 a.m., the day after Megan disappeared, for a bathroom project. In your garage, with no plumbing? No answer. Why's your blood on the tooth root? I don't know. You don't know how your blood and her tooth ended up fused in a school trophy? Ridley's lips trembled. I cut myself. Working on something. Maybe it... Brenner slammed his hand on the table. You embedded her. You built a goddamn monument with her inside it. Ridley flinched. I didn't kill her. The door opened. Another voice entered. Maybe you didn't, but you know who did. It was Ada Corinne Baxter. She laid down a new photo. Surveillance cam from 2002. Ridley's truck parked behind the school. Midnight timestamp. You said you never came back after graduation. That true? I forgot about that. I left something. What did you leave? Silence. Brenner leaned in. Was it her body? Ridley shook his head violently. I didn't... She was gone when I came back. So you saw her body? His breath caught. I saw something wrapped near the lathe. I thought... He stopped himself. You thought what? I thought maybe Jamie did something. Corinne raised an eyebrow. Jamie Watts? Your point guard? He helped with the trophy base. Said it needed weight. I didn't ask. Why didn't you say this 9 years ago? Ridley broke. Because I thought it was over. I thought he handled it. Corinne froze. You thought he handled it? What was there to handle? He buried his face in his hands. She knew. She saw me with Rachel. She threatened to tell. I panicked. I just told Jamie to scare her. That's all. Brenner stared. Rachel, your player? She was 17. I didn't touch her. Megan didn't understand. She was just trying to ruin me. So Jamie killed her? Ridley didn't answer, just whispered. He said she tripped, hit her head. He said it was fast. Corinne's voice sharpened. And you believed that? I didn't want to believe anything else. So you helped him bury her in a trophy. He looked up. I didn't build that trophy. I swear. I just delivered it. To a school full of kids, to Megan's mom, to her classmates. He looked sick. He said it was done. Corinne's phone buzzed. She checked it. Her expression changed. Jamie Watts just lawyered up. Ridley's face drained. What? He says you acted alone. Says he just watched. Ridley slammed his fist on the table. Liar. He sealed it. I saw him mix the resin. Corinne stood. So you were there. You watched her go in. He froze. No denial, just breathing. Corinne leaned close. You just confessed. And Ridley whispered. She screamed once. Then it was quiet. Outside the room, Megan's mom was watching through the one-way glass, and her knees buckled. The bench warrant was for unpaid parking tickets. That's how they got Jamie Watts into custody. He looked older than 34. Grease-stained hoodie, eyes red, hands trembling. Detective Mendez flipped open a file. We traced Ridley's 6th call. It was to you. Yeah. What did he want? Jamie stared at the table. Said he had a problem. Said he needed help. Did he say what kind of problem? Just something happened. Something bad. Did you go to the house? No. Met him at the school. He brought the mold in his truck. Said he had to make a new trophy. And you helped pour it? Jamie nodded slowly. He did the mix. I just held the frame. Did you ask what was in it? Jamie's jaw clenched. No. But he was shaking, like full body shaking. And you didn't stop him? I thought he was having a breakdown. Said she was gone. Said she wouldn't talk now. Who? Jamie looked up. I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. You saw something white? He hesitated. Looked like a tooth. And you sealed it anyway? He said if I didn't help, he'd tell people I did it. Mendez leaned forward. Did what? Jamie didn't answer. You mixed the base. You watched him pour blood and bone into it. That make you an accessory or a coward? Jamie's hands trembled. He said it was an accident. He said she hit her head. Mendez dropped a photo. That looked like an accident to you? The cracked trophy base. The embedded tooth. Jamie blinked fast. I didn't kill her. But you helped bury her in plastic and gold. He signed the plea that afternoon. 3 years obstruction. He didn't even read the fine print. The next morning, police tore up the Ridley garage floor. Cadaver dogs hit hard under the epoxy. Inside the concrete layer, they found dust, bone fragments, partial DNA. It matched Megan. Femur material, ground fine, mixed into the resin that coated the walls. Ridley hadn't just used her tooth. He had blended her body into the workspace. Mendez stared at the forensics report. This wasn't a burial. This was erasure. Ada Corinne Baxter made the call to Megan's mother personally. We found more. Under the floor. Silence. Bone? Yes. Her breath caught. Did she suffer? We don't know, but they did. Later that day, Jamie requested one thing. I want to see the trophy. Baxter was reluctant, but Mendez agreed. Let him see what he sealed. They placed the trophy on the table, base cracked, resin yellowed. Jamie stared. He said she screamed once, that was all. And you believed him? Jamie whispered. I had to. And then he said something no one expected. That wasn't the only trophy. Mendez froze. What? He made 2. One went to the school. The other, he said it was for private use. Where is it? I don't know. Mendez grabbed the phone. Lock down his storage units, bank boxes, search everything. Because if there was a second trophy, what else was inside it? The courtroom held its breath as the verdict rang out. Guilty. The word echoed like a bullet. Ridley didn't move. Not a twitch. Not a breath. Just stared blankly ahead, like he still didn't understand what he'd lost. Then Megan's mother stood. She walked slowly, trophy base clutched in her hands. The crack still jagged, the tooth still lodged beneath the metal plate. She stopped inches from him. You built it. You poured her into it. He looked up, eyes watery, lips twitching. I didn't mean... She slammed it onto the table. You meant everything. The bailiff stepped forward, but she didn't need help. She walked away, shoulders squared, leaving Ridley face to face with what he'd made. But the story didn't end there. Because after sentencing, detectives opened a locked cabinet in his basement. Inside were 12 VHS tapes, labeled with years, 1999, 2000, 2001, one tape per season, and not a single one showed basketball. Each one was surveillance, locker rooms, hallways, girls changing, and in one, Megan. She wasn't speaking, just walking past the lens, but Ridley's voice was on the tape. She's nosy, too smart. We watch her. Corinne Baxter reviewed the tapes one by one. Her voice cracked when she called the chief. There might be more. Back at Roosevelt High, the janitor, same one who dropped the trophy, filed a statement. Said he remembered Ridley asking for access to the old athletic storage in 2003. Said he saw him carrying another trophy box. That storage was never searched. Until now. Police pried open the rusted door. Inside, lined along the shelves, were 5 trophies Ridley had made privately. No inscriptions, just blank plates, each one heavier than it should have been, each one sealed in thick epoxy, and every base X-rayed showed fragments. One had a baby tooth, another had fabric with bloodstains. The lab is still processing the rest, and now the question grows. Were they all Megan? Or was Megan just the one who got found? Parents across the state began calling in. Old rumors, missing girls. Some thought they'd run away. Some were never reported. But now they had something to connect. A name, a trophy, a coach. The Department of Education released a statement. We are reviewing all athletic hiring protocols. But it was too late. The damage was done. Megan's mom started a foundation, not for trophies, but for truth. She called it Broken Base, and the first photo on the homepage was the cracked epoxy. And under it, one line. No one forgets Megan Lau. But in a town that once cheered under that trophy, they now ask the question no one wants answered. How many more of our victories were built on silence? And who still walks the halls, polishing secrets?